All right, guys, we are live. Welcome on in. Let's check these. I already did the count for those, so we're golden. But yo, Silly Billy, how's it going? Hopefully you're having a good day so far. We are... Ooh, okay, these reset. You get your Switch with you? Want me to grab it quick? Alright, chat, hold on. I need to go grab a Nintendo Switch 2 while grabbing my controller. There. You. Yes, that. Alright, we're back. I had to go grab a Nintendo Switch. Yes, you can work on your pack of realistic cigarettes now. She still hasn't finished. All right, back and forth we go. Actually, how many crystals did I get? I did do some encounters before stream. Let's see. 242 or 262. Okay. So I think the ones I gotta get are like 380. Like I said, I want to buy all the mega stones because that is going to be useful for something later on. Let's see. Nope. I'm thinking after every 20-ish. No, actually, we should just do our best just to go in if we think it's shiny. I don't want to try to proc that alpha Sharpedo there. That is not gonna help us. Another electric type weakness? Nuh-uh. No, thank you. We do not need that. But yeah, hopefully everyone's had a good day so far. I was gonna say it's Friday, so hopefully everyone's having a solid Friday. It's payday for everyone, or no school, no work during the weekend, hopefully for people. Yeah, no more water and flying types. Yeah, that is the last thing we need right now, to be fair. I do want to say this, though, to everyone in chat. We are going to be upping our stream stuff coming up this weekend. We're going to be adding the foot pedal for the counters. We're going to be... Oh. Okay, yeah, Charlie's going nuts. He keeps trying to look out the windows when... None of these are shiny, right? Like, when he goes in the bedroom, he keeps trying to look out the windows. And it gets to the point where he's, like, jumping on top of the stuff barricading the windows and almost falling. So, yeah. So like I was saying, we're going to be adding the foot pedal counter back into our thing, which is going to make it easier just to push the buttons and help me not forget to push. We're going to be adding the recent sub, recent dono to, or recent super chat actually, to the stream this weekend. And I want to try to do something a little bit different with our background. Those dark blues, we're going to get that changed up with something a little more appealing. So hopefully that's something that everyone's a little bit excited for. By the way, Ty Mister, welcome on in. And Sissa, hopefully I got that name right. Welcome on in.
Hello there.
I do apologize. I am very bad with names. Charlie doesn't sound like a happy Charlie. No, he's upset. He's upset. He wants to try to see the kitty outside. And Emily shut him out of the bedroom. So, because he keeps trying to peer out those windows that are in our bedroom, but we have those barricaded off with, we got what we call clean clothes hampers because we don't have a lot of space to put clothes. So, Emily has a lot of clothes, and I actually have a lot of clothes that I wear to work. So, and I tend to wear, like, a lot of, like, I work in a factory, right? So I don't have a lot of, like, good clothes that I like to wear there. So I'll have, like, crap clothes and good clothes. So crap clothes go with the clean one. But, yeah, so Charlie will try jumping on top of our clean clothes hamper. And he tries peering out. And he ends up falling. So we gotta try to find something else to block that area off with. I said it wrong. I do apologize. I was gonna say, how do you pronounce it? I was gonna say that, because hopefully next time I won't say it wrong, if at least I know how to pronounce it. Like I said, I do apologize. I am horrible when it comes to pronunciation of names. Aw, silly Charlie. No, he's a good boy. It's a corgi thing. It's just a corgi thing. Oh my gosh, I pulled a demigod. Wait, there's a demigod pack now? Like that's a thing? Let's see. Not shiny. Get back out of there. I do not want that Sharpedo to spot me. I do not want that Sharpedo to spot me. And anytime we see any of these crystals, we are going to try to go for it. Can't reach that up there. That's fine. So, the crystals, there's a few things we're trying to do. There is a Mega Evolution Dex. So the more Mega Stones that we get, the better. And then on top of that too, there is breaking of those crystals. Which that gets us some more points as well. All the points we can get for Mabel's quests are going to be huge. I wouldn't know about corgis. I have 2 dogs and a husky. Well, I'm going to say this now. I would say huskies are kind of similar when it comes to their loudness level as huskies. Huskies actually might be a little bit worse. Huskies like talking. That is definitely a thing. Well, I kind of... Okay. I got 1 gold stars and a shiny star. Ah, I forgot they added a shiny star for fun. I'm going to take that out too. Yeah, I'm hoping today we can get to 1,000 encounters, hopefully. And like I said, off stream, we might try to do some of the more boring hunts. So like I said, like the bench resets in some of these areas, we'll probably try to do those off camera. Like I said, I don't want to do like any like main like story progress unless if it's on stream. I can't remember if I mentioned it on stream. My husky is called Shadow, my French bulldog's Luna. I think you have before. If I am thinking correctly, I'm pretty sure you have. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, chat. I am not looking forward to going to work tomorrow. Not looking forward to going to work tomorrow. But my paycheck was, I probably should go back. It'll be a faster reset. And I'll just do my count then. No, but it's gonna be a very good paycheck, though. I got a 3DE. I think you made a 3DS. Dude, I would like to, we still have our shiny, type null we gotta hunt for yet. I don't think those are shiny. Okay. Breath. I was gonna say, Charlie is taking in way too much water, chat. Let's see. 3-day weekend because of bank holiday Monday. Okay. Yeah, no, I volunteered for tomorrow. Like, I didn't have to work, but like I said, I'm trying to get a lot of money saved up. So I want to try to work all these hours before layoff season next year. Like, to be fair, I don't really have to do them. It's mainly the reason why I'm working is saving up for the wedding and for our honeymoon to Japan next year. But I like to have that money on hand now. So that way, like, if my hours get cut later or something happens, you know, I have that money on hand. It gives me a little more wiggle room when it comes to time. So, I'm kind of doing it to myself, if we're being honest. We're kind of doing this to ourselves, chat. Oh, my goodness. No, but it's going to be fun. I was going to say, there's, I like to try to utilize my time at work to get some ideas on what to do with the channel next. So, we do have a few ideas. I'm not going to talk about it too much just for the fact of I don't know how long it's going to take me to do a lot of this stuff. So, but I will say this weekend we are working on upgrading our stream a little bit. I want to try to make it look a little bit pretty. A little bit more appealing. Yeah, so should I use it? It would have sparkled. It would have sparkled. So, yeah, I want to bring that foot pedal back. I know this is going to sound really bad, chat, but it gets kind of annoying when I got to go up like this and reach my hand for like every encounter or hold my hand like this as we're doing our counts. It does get a little bit annoying after a while, so that foot pedal thing is going to be huge. I just need to see if I have the space to put in for another USB slot. Wait, you mean like short streamers? Because I'm not going to lie, I have not really watched a lot of shiny hunting short streamers. Like, I'm not going to lie. Alright, you know what? I actually have a question for everyone here in chat. What do you think should be added to the stream? Because the two things I really wanted to add was a recent subscriber and a recent donator little thing up there. So that way, like, you know, people know that, hey, you're not being ignored. You know, we do see you. I would like to have that added. And I want to keep the game screen about the same size as well. I was going to say, because I know people are coming for the gameplay. Like, we can even make the webcam a bit smaller, too. To be fair. I just like to try to make things as big as possible, because I know people on shorts, like, if they're watching a short stream, it makes it a little bit easier if you're doing something else and you just glance over. It's like, oh, yep, okay, that's happening. It makes it a little bit easier. The recent summon stuff would be cool. That'd be a great question, though. Well, it's because it's one of those things, like, yeah, stuff that I would like to add. Maybe other people would have other ideas of what they would rather see. Like I said, because we can make the webcam smaller. Easy. And I think having the Pokemon there that we're hunting, I put the thumbnail there, though, just because a lot of people come in, you know, scrolling through shorts, and they don't exactly see the thumbnail. So they're always curious on what we're hunting, so I like having that thumbnail there. It's just kind of nice. Charlie gaming chair. That is something that's going to take a little bit. Because I know you guys can't really see it, but I have very limited space. So it's kind of hard for me to get all the equipment onto one desk. I'm sorry, a little hiccup thing there. So, because like, the thing that's odd, we add a little extension to the desk, right? It's where you see this thing is connected to. We got Um, so we got our 4 Nintendo Switches over there, right? And then we also got the audio interface, the multi-viewers, and the... Yeah, I think I said audio interface. Only 4? Well, we got 6 in total. So I'm actually using my Switch 2. And then we also have my fiance's Splatoon 2. No, actually Splatoon 3 Switch. And then I got the 4. I got my OG one. And the 3 that I fixed up. So, no, because my big thing was, like, I did this with GameCubes, too. I would buy broken systems and fix them up. And, like, you would buy a broken one for, like, $100. And it would turn out to be a super simple fix. That was like, oh, okay, well, that's $10, $15. You know, sometimes it would, half the time it was just the charging ports. Literally just the charging ports. Why'd I click protect? So, getting something for, like, that, like, you would get that for, like, $20. So, you'd spend $120 for a pretty good Switch 1. So, yeah, long story short, I would like to try to find a way to get that at least integrated. I'm okay with taking a lot of those out. Don't get me wrong. But the main goal is I want to get a little spot up here so our dog Charlie has a place to sit while I'm, like, streaming or if I'm working on the project or whatever. He could come up here and he could sit. You could have a little camera facing towards him, too. But that's gonna take a little bit. And also, on top of that, the reason why I say only 4 is because at one point in time, we had a 12 GameCube setup for Fire Red, Leaf Green, Ruby, Sapphire, Shiny Hunts. So, 4 systems. That's, we've had worse. Ever since that Wishmaker Jirachi hunt, I went on, like, a big multi-system kick for, like, the longest time. It was bad. It was bad. Oh, my goodness. But, yeah. So, we're doing this shiny-only Nuzlocke at the moment, and we have been having no luck, chat. Like, we had some good luck at the beginning, but Grandpa took us out, so we've been kind of screwed. We gotta deal with Canary, the electric-type person, and both of our Pokemon are weak to electric. So, I think we got a plan. Let me do this encounter, and I'll kind of, explain it. So I'm hoping we can get a Dynamo from here. From this area we're in. And then area 7, we have a chance for either a Hippopotas or a Roselia. Those are 2 solid options. And then area 8, there's 3 good options. I would like a Sandile. Or the Gibble or the Camerupt. Which Gibble and Camerupt would be 2 solid options as well. And then area zone 9. There is an Alpha Manectric up there we could get our hands on, which could be solid. But I don't want too many ground-type weaknesses. But, yeah, no, I kind of decided, once we get done with our starter hunt with Fire Red, Leaf Green, I'm gonna take some of those systems out of rotation. Desk mounting cat beds for dog. Well, here's the thing. We have a Corgi, so he's pretty small, right? 30 pounds max, I would say. The thing that I'm worried about with him, with some of those mounting desks, because, here, maybe there's a better way I could show you guys. So, down here is that little extension I was talking about, right? I do apologize. It is a hot mess over here. But it's a very cheap, Walmart branded, little desk thing, right? So I don't know if it's going to be able to hold that much weight. Like I said, like, all of the switches and stuff that are down here, I might just get rid of those. As much as I like doing the multi-system hunt, I think it could bother a lot of people seeing that many screens all at the same time. So I've been thinking about potentially either finding a way to make it where it's off to the side and it's not a big problem, or just getting rid of them completely and just doing like 2 floating wall shelves next to the shelf. I mean, to be fair, that's actually not a bad option. I'm just worried about putting stuff in the walls, because mind you, like, this is our living room. There we go. This is our living room, so everything here is not exactly final. And I would say by next year, we should be having some progress with our upstairs. No, this isn't a rental. This is actually a house that we have, but I need to also take my fiance, what she says, into consideration. So, we are working on our upstairs. It is really, like, we need new electrical up there. Then we need to redo the walls and the floors. It probably is going to need new installation on top of that, so it's a lot of work. So, what I'm... Yeah, actually, you know what? I just thought of this, chat. So, I'm going to take a picture of my desk after stream, and I'll put it in the Discord. But the thing is, I think what we could do... I'm wondering if we could build something that goes around my computer. Like a thin little shelf. And we could put like... The audio interface needs to stay by me. But like the extra systems... Whatever we could put on top. We are in Ohio. We are in Ohio. So I'm not giving much more than that. I ain't about to dox myself. But no, I think I could potentially do something in the line of that. I don't think I've ever been out to Cleveland. Like, mind you, I'm in Ohio, but I have not traveled a lot of Ohio. Like, Wisconsin, I know quite a bit of Wisconsin. Ohio, though, not so much. To be fair, ever since I moved here, I just never really traveled all that much. I really should probably be getting on that, to be fair. So, I think we could genuinely make something work if we do, like, instead of a desk extension, we do a desk topper. It's not great here, don't come. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, bigger cities have always scared me. Like, don't get me wrong. I could just be very, like, over cautious with this, but, like, my dealings with, like, Milwaukee, for example, or, like, when I came to visit, my fiance, her name's Emily. When I visited Emily, I would have to go through Milwaukee. I would have to go through Chicago. There was times in Chicago, like, I'm going through, like, on the highway, and you're just hearing, like, pops in the distance. It's scary. And mind you, I did not go during the day. I would actually drive through there at night. Like, Milwaukee, trust me, Milwaukee ain't better, but... Yeah, that... Jesus, scares me. How do, like, how over the toilet shelves work? Exactly. Exactly. So do something like that, I feel like could work. And then from there... Ooh... You actually gave me a very good idea, Zero. So, how my camera's mounted, it actually blocks a part of my screen. So, I took this old 55-inch screen, flat screen TV. It's not exactly flat. But I took it from her sister because they were going to throw it out. And I have that as a monitor. But basically the monitor is mainly used for, like, my gameplay. So, it gets in the way of that. So, like, right next to, like, where you would see... Yeah, literally right next to, like, where the health bar for the Pokemon is, it's blocking that whole segment. I might be able to do something a little bit different with how that is, with how that's mounted. This cop's laughing. What do you... I think I want to check if there's, like, 5 more. That's, like, what Milwaukee was like. You would literally turn on a police scanner and go to their channel. That or you turn on the news and there was always some sort of, like, violent crime that happened. No, it's bad. Like, a lot of those bigger cities, like, yeah, it's not good. I remember there was one time I went to Milwaukee for something, and my car broke down. And it was bad. Like, mind you, my parents would not come and pick me up. So, I was literally stuck there the whole night. And I literally had to put, like, my jacket over myself. Because I always like to keep my winter jacket in my car. Just because you never know if you're going to get stuck or whatever. I literally had to put it over me. And I see, like, literally flashlights beaming in the car, and it wasn't police. That's all I'll say. It was not police. That literally scared the crap out of me. If I wasn't such a slobby and lazy person back then, and I didn't have a bunch of trash just sitting in my car, they might have actually broken into it. Let's be real. The world... Wait, are you, like, actually serious? Like, the world's worst Walmart is actually Cleveland? I just find it sad how, like, everything is, like, locked behind, like, glass at this point. Or they got, like, these little beepers connected to everything now. Like, I went back to see my family back in Wisconsin. And, mind you, the Walmart that they're in is it's a bigger city Walmart, right? So, I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah, I wanted to get, like, Wisconsin stuff. You could actually see a Wisconsin Badgers little pillow back there. And they literally had beepers on everything. It was bad. Like, just, like, tried to, like, get the stuff that I would normally like to get. It was a pain in the butt. It makes me sad because, like, growing up, we didn't have, like, a lot of that stuff because there wasn't a lot of theft. But now, like, lately, there's been, like, so much theft to just everything. Like, it's kind of obnoxious. Yeah, Google says so. Still, I think I'll double check. Yeah, like, Wisconsin used to be, like, the drunkest state. I don't think any of those are shiny. Even though that one in the back looks a little bit weird. But, yeah, like I was saying, I might do some desk alterations. It's probably going to take a little bit before I manage to actually do something like that. Just because there's a few other odds and ends that I want to try to get worked on. That, and tried to build something while trying to maintain... Ooh, I gotta be careful. I can't get past level 39, I believe. Have you lost any shinies yet? Oh, we are in a very weird spot, Corbo. So... Oh, not the satchel. So, these were the 4 Pokemon we lost in the last battle. So, Gardevoir got 1 shot. Yeah, she got 1 shot. Gyarados ended up dying because I was too slow switching out. Salad somehow died on switch-in. And it was weird because there was no attack that went out. It was not close to Stealth Rock, so it shouldn't have hit. And then our Arbok named Noodle, it died due because I was trying to go to the left, or the right, on the D-pad, right? And for some reason, it kept registering as I was pushing up. So it was bad. We ended up beating the Grandpa though, but we have to fight Canary, and both of our Pokemon are weak to electric types. Both of our Pokemon are weak to electric types. So I will say this, we do actually have a shiny Dratini we can get, but not until after we beat Canary. Yeah, so we need to get a few Pokemon. Our main goal right here is I want to get ourselves a Tydamo. And then we have a chance for either a ground or a grass type Pokemon in Wild Zone 7. And then we have 3 chances to get a ground type here. I would personally like to get either the Numel or the Gibble. That or, I forgot Drillbur's in this area too. Drillbur has a Mega, so it could be solid. And it's a Steel type actually too. It's a Steel type, so that could be solid. It's third now. It's actually a 3rd worst Walmart. St. Paul, Minnesota, and Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You see, I'm not surprised with St. Paul, Minnesota. I've been to that area before. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, though, I'm kind of surprised. I figured, I'm pretty sure there's a Walmart in Chicago. I'm pretty sure that one would have beat out Milwaukee, but guess not. I was gonna say, that's interesting. I was gonna say, to be fair, Wisconsin has a reputation for being the most drunken state and the state with the most serial killers. So it's kind of a... Yeah, it's an interesting place. It's a beautiful place, but it's a lot more dangerous than what a lot of people think. Why does that dynamo? I'm literally going to come in to check every single dynamo every time because I think it's shiny. And we're going to end up getting a shiny Alpha Sharpedo instead. I don't know how they rated everything. Online reviews were a factor. I'm wondering if it has something to do with the reviews and the crime rate. I wouldn't be surprised if the crime rate has something to do with it as well. But that could also be put into reviews as well. I don't know. Long story short, like, I don't know. Well, Walmart's... I've been trying to do my best at not to go to Walmart's. Honestly, I've been trying to do more like the local grocery stores. But the price of groceries has just been going up and up. And even like gas. Like, let me tell you this, chat. Gas is expensive. It is, I think last time I looked, it's almost like $5 a gallon at this point. It practically doubled. And I regret this. So I mowed my lawn last week, right? And I got lazy and I had a really bad headache. So I the lawnmower ran out of gas, so I had to fill up the gas canister again, right? I only filled it just enough to where I would be able to finish mowing and get the mower inside. So now I need to fill up my my actual car and this extra gas tank so we could fill up the lawnmower. I regret not doing it sooner. Because if I would have filled that up all the way, that could have gotten me through 2 to 3 mowing sessions. I regret that. That was a bad choice, chat. So just note to everyone else. If you have a chance of doing something right away, just do it. Also, theft is calculated in. Okay, I had a feeling. No, I had a feeling. But, yeah, no. Being in, like, bigger cities just makes me really nervous. I've just had nothing but really bad experiences in big cities. I think that's a big part of it. I think that's honestly a big part of it. I think I just need to stop being a baby and just go. But I also have a fear of city driving, too. That also does not help. That really does not help either. I do not like city driving all that much. I've just had nothing but bad experiences. Growing up, my parents used to live, or used to have 10, 50-gallon gas cans when they were getting giant gas discounts. You see, like, we never had that many gas canisters. It was one of those things, like, we had 2 gas canisters, and my dad would always try to keep them filled. But, yeah, to be fair, you'd think he would have had more. No, my dad had a very big property, like, large. And it was like, oh, I guess I shouldn't say it was really large, because a good chunk of it was wooded area, right? So, like, he mowed... I'd say it was about 4 acres, which, mind you, it's not small by any means, but I don't think... Yeah, I guess I really don't know how much gas he used. No, the thing that bothers me, I will say this, and I want to get new gas canisters, but they're so stupid expensive. They got this, they got, like, this mesh stuff, like, inside the canister itself. So, like, when you try to put gas in, you can't, like, put the nozzle, like, all the way because it'll start, like, splattering everywhere. And I hate it. I hate it. So, I want to try to get new gas canisters, right? But they're so stupid expensive. Like, it was like a safety protocol thing or whatever. It's so annoying. You get free gas from plates and RX points. Yeah, I figured with how big gas is, like, yeah, just with gas prices being that expensive and just everything all together, I figured they wouldn't do gas prices. I see something from, like, Amazon from time to time, though, will do that, but it's only at participating gas stations. And that's normally for, like, bigger cities, which sucks. I was gonna say, it really sucks, like, the gas prices. I'm hoping they go down within the next few days, but I'm not holding my breath. I'm not holding my breath with that. Like, it's not a huge, like, mind you, I'm putting in, like, 70 or 60 to 70 hours a week. So, for me, it's not, like, the biggest deal in the world if gas is going to be a little bit more expensive. But I know for other people, it's not easy to deal with. And that's the thing that kind of irritates me more. Because, like, even, like, around here, like, people are having a hard time buying groceries. And then you got creeping gas prices. And then price of games, for example, which I know it's not a necessity, but it's just the price of everything is going up. And a lot of people have to change the way they live, literally just to keep making it by. Like, it sucks. Like, it's one of those things you can't even really live by yourself anymore. Like, even if you cut out, like, all the extras. Like, you cut out video games, you cut out... I'm trying to think what else you can cut out. Because internet's kind of a necessity at this point. Right? You get a cheaper phone. There we go. That should work. As soon as I get over here. Okay, yeah. The new one should have stopped in. But yeah, you get rid of all the junk food. You cook yourself, you know. It's still really expensive just to even do that. I don't think any of those are shiny. Yeah, I was gonna say, there's definitely ways to, like, try to make it work. But, like, if you're just living by yourself, like, that's gotta be so hard to deal with. That's gotta be so hard to deal with. One of these looks... Nope, it's just the lighting. Literally just the lighting. Well, crap. Alright, back up and down we go. But yeah, back to what I was originally thinking with the desk. I think we could make something like that work. You know what? This is gonna sound really stupid. I wonder if I measure this out. I'm curious if I could get something, has anyone ever... Please tell me I'm not crazy. I am crazy, it's not shiny. It's because it's in that, like, weird water. So, there's this thing called Amazon Haul. It's pretty much like the Temu shop. I'm wondering if I can find something cheap on there for the time being. I'm wondering if I can. Yeah, I was gonna say, just to find something for the time being, because I do want Charlie to be able to have a spot up here to be able to hang out. And it would be a good way to teach him to use little puppy stairs. No, it's shiny. Yeah, especially like with this type of water. And I'm worried about coming in and out of here. It's because you got that Sharpedo that spawns and the two Carvana Unanas that are back there too. And like, don't get me wrong, I want a shiny for us to be able to continue. It's just we cannot have another electric type weakness on hand. Especially with Canary. Like, because we can't go any further until we get Canary. And once we beat Canary, we can get that shiny Dratini that's sitting and waiting for us. To be fair, I kind of regret going for... I kind of regret shopping or trying to actually shiny hunt that thing now. Just for the fact of that could have been something that could have actually gotten out of a jam for us, but at the same time, we don't have access to that, so we're even more limited now. Like, we still have the fossil research lab, so we got that. But all the fossils we got right now is Aerodactyls. We just have like 19 Aerodactyl fossils because I wanted to hunt that. Also, Jameson, welcome on in. Wait, TTM. Shiny, is it? Nope, it would have sparkled. It would have sparkled. Gosh darn it. Hey, at least this is the thing. If the shiny's there and we don't go in to see it right away, because we don't think it's shiny, the next time we do go in to see it, it actually will be shiny. So at least there's that. Like, the shiny won't disappear on us, so that's good. I'm just worried about, like, getting over here. Oh, I don't really see anything spawning in here. Oops. The Alpha Sharpedo would be sick, but those Cavanas tend to show up extremely often. Sharpedo shiny isn't rare anymore. It also gets annoying when it's not what you're looking for. Yeah, like, to be fair, like, I wouldn't be upset. I would still try to make it work. It's just having the Dynamo, I feel like, is going to be a lot easier. Wait. Sharpedo shiny isn't even rare anymore? Is it because those Carvanas pop up a lot? Dude, speaking of rare shinies, I want to go through my Pokemon home. And I wouldn't mind, like, picking out, like, the 10 rarest shinies I got. And, like, make, like, a small, like, 2-minute video or something of that. That'd be cool. I was going to say, something like that would be cool. I have, like, a few semi-rare shinies. I was going to say, like, nothing, like, super... Well, besides for the shiny Jirachi we got. I would say that's kind of rare, but that'd be interesting. No, it's because I've been meaning to go through because we're working on the shiny living decks. And I wouldn't mind going through and like, after, like, going through there, right? Like, oh, you know, we got this shiny Poipole that was from Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Like, that's kind of rare. Right? That or going for the shiny Wishmaker Jirachi. Like, that's extremely rare. And I was gonna say that was the legit way. That wasn't even like that save corruption method either. I'm trying to think, what other really rare shinies do I have? I mean, we got our shinies from Generation 3, but I don't know. See, and that's also, like, Jameson brought up a very good point. Like, some shinies not even being rare anymore. That's part of the reason why, like, I would really like to try to do ribbon quests with some of these Pokemon. Like, getting them, like, oh, this one in Fire Red Leaf Green, it beat the Pokemon League. Okay, cool. Or, hey, this one beat, Red in Gold, Heart Gold, Soul Silver? Like, that would be cool, too. Like, yeah, the shiny may not be very rare, but we could still make it kind of rare or different by giving them, like, different marks or something. I feel like that could be cool. Since your other Pokemon is Talonflame, maybe both Pokemon being weak to electric would be a burden. No, that's the thing that we're trying to deal with. So, that's actually why we're going for the Dynamo. And the only other Pokemon that would be... Actually, 2 Pokemon that could be useful is Watchog. Which we could go for Watchog, but we have a chance of other Pokemon spawning in that are water type. Or the Arbok, which we lost Arbok. The other options we have, we do have Hippopotas and Roselia that could be decent. Well, Hippopotas would be better. And then the other 2 options we have for Wild Zone 8, we haven't done yet. We have a small Champs for the Gibble, but I actually would really like to go for Numel. Numel can Mega Evolve. And I keep forgetting Drillbur is in here too. We also have Wild Zone 9. To be fair, I would not mind either going for the Manectric, the Alpha Esper that's over there, or the Alpha Meowstic. And I would honestly say Mawile too. Like, the stat-wise, it's not very good, but the typing could be useful, and it has a Mega that we could use pretty much right off the bat. I'm gonna say, the only other option we would have besides for those other 3 wild zones, we can get a fossil from the research lab. So, but that's gonna add another ground type weakness for us. We have the Aerodactyl, which does have a Mega 2, by the way. But I want to hold off on the fossils until we figure out what other Pokemon we get. Because if we get a Pokemon that could still kind of cover the Carne weakness, I would like to hold on to the Aerodactyl for the time being. Just try to make that whole research lab a last resort. Yeah, because, like, a lot of the Pokemon we have at the moment, the fact that we lost the Gardevoir is sad because we lost, like, another Wish Pokemon that would have been good for the Rogue Mega Fights. We lost our only chance at healing. Yeah, so, like, those Rogue Mega Fights that come up, we could still probably do it, but it's gonna take a lot longer. Just for the fact of, like, we could just hold out, we could dodge and weave from time to time, and then we could have our partners just do some cheap little piddly damage. Yeah, if I fail at catching a Pokemon, I can't use it. Also, if my character faints as well, that means at random, a Pokemon faints, or chat gets to decide. I was gonna say, we haven't, our character hasn't fainted yet, so yeah, I think once it gets to that point, we'll leave it to a poll. We'll let chat decide on if I die, if they get to choose, or if we should just spin a wheel, a random. So, mind you, like, and you bring up a very good point there too. We have a shiny Dratini literally waiting for us over here. So when it came to, like, outside the wild zones, we cut this map into basically just like a pizza. So from this line up here, this main road going down, and the waterways. So, like, this long waterway and that road going up and down, that's basically how we separated the map. So, like, right here is an area. Up here is an area. Up here is an area. And this big slot over here is an area. So are you faking the shiny and throwing one ball? Or are you throwing multiple balls? It depends. Like, we have a Dratini waiting for us. That scares me. That Dratini scares me. So I am probably just going to try to get a sneak up on it and throw a Dusk Ball. That's probably what I'll end up doing. I'll change it to nighttime and do a Dusk Ball. Some of the Pokemon we genuinely would weaken if it was aggro. Let's look at the Pokemon. Let's look at the Pokemon we have, because I think I just pretty much threw balls. Yeah, it's because none of our teammates that we have here would have ran. I think. That really can't be worth... Yeah, that's something I can't risk losing. So I thought the better bet would be to sneak up on it the best that I can and do a Dusk Ball. Because I was going to say, like, I don't think I'm going to have what it takes to knock it out. Like, one-shot it. Because it could still run. I was going to say that Dratini could still run. So that's why I thought getting behind it with a Dusk Ball would be the best option. Because I think that still has a higher catch rate than a Quick Ball. Charlie, don't you dare, buddy. Good boy. Yeah, he's antsy. He's antsy because he sees the cat. Yeah, because I was going to say, I don't... I mean, if we got a Roarus or a Pokemon with an Ice-type move, or even a Dragon-type move, we might potentially be able to one-shot it. But... I don't know. That makes me nervous. That makes me nervous just trying to fight it. I think I'd be better off just try to sneak up behind it, knocking out everything available around there so I don't get ambushed. And just slowly making my way over there. I don't care if it takes an hour. I don't want a chance to fail in that thing. Yeah, and like the other Pokemon I would like to have on my team. I wouldn't mind having a Swablu at one point. A Fennekin I would really like to have on my team as well, just because it would be cool to have a Fennekin. But mind you, Fennekin only appears, I think it's 16? And there's a very good... Actually, Bagon and Salamence are actually there too. Here, let me do this encounter, and we can go to the roof. I'll show you what roof it was. I believe it was right... It was that roof right there, so it was... I need to go over here. Oops. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think I can lock onto it, but I can at least show you where I found it. You know what? I'll buy my Pokeball, or get my Pokeballs back, because I keep accidentally throwing my balls. Yep, thank you, mister. Yep, I need to go around. Because it was where, pretty much where I've been where I found him. I was gonna say, Sakura ain't out anymore, is it? Yeah, he needs to disappear. Yeah, it's the Dratini that's over there. Maybe that wasn't a good idea. Now that I'm thinking about it. The sun is getting low. I don't have to worry about any sort of random wild Pokemon over here, so we're good. Yeah, it's that Dratini that's over there. I can't... Like, because we shiny hunted it. Because, well, I didn't want to run into something completely random, like a Pidgey or something, to have that be the encounter. Actually, it's right over here. I mean, I could probably look it up. I don't think it... Actually, you know what? If you need to do a... I'm going to have to do, like, a Rotom glide to get over there. There's no... I'm gonna take that crystal. Don't mind if I do. There's no other way to get over there besides for hopping. Yeah, it would have to be either a jump and Rotom glide, or I would have to wait till this opens, and I think there might be a little bridge across over there. If I could look this up, we could get an idea on what that level is going to be. Legend spawn. I was going to say, over by Lana... That is level... Dawn Plaza, June Sector 6. On Sector 3. That's the one. Well, tell me what level? Let's see. Is there some way to get over there? I'm curious if there's a way to get cheeky over there. I love your jumper. Hey, thank you, Aurelius. It was something my fiance got me. It was for one of my birthdays. Wait a second. Hold on, chat. Oh, is this for rest? Looks like in these conditions in which you are spotted. Back straight, level 40. No canary plush. Both dusk and quick balls have the same catch rate. Yeah, that's the restaurant. Hold on. Yeah, there is no way to get over there. Great fashion sense. I believe I do have some canary dolls. They're the key items. I believe it's the blue one, right? Yeah, we got 2 of... And to be fair, we could go and get more. We could, we have a few screws. So if I were to wander around, we could get even more screws. So that's an option. But to where it's at now, I have no way of getting over to that Dratini. So that does suck. We're not going to be able to get it until we get Canary. We're going to do a run through here. Yeah, so we could either do a quick ball or a dusk ball. I just figured a dusk ball would probably be better. Because if I don't get a back straight or catch it off guard, right? I'll still be able to have a high catch rate compared to if I just did a quick ball and it wasn't a back strike. So even if I screw it up and I still get a ball off, it'll still be a higher catch rate, I believe. But, by the way, Aurelius, how have you been, my friend?
Hello there.
I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've seen you. Ooh, I forgot to ask you, though, how have those art streams been going? I noticed you've been doing a few of those art streams. I just haven't had a chance to pop in. I do apologize for that. I've been working a crazy amount of hours lately, so... Yeah, I've been doing, like, 65 to 72-hour work weeks. So, literally, as soon as I get home, I'm either streaming or trying to get housework done. Oh, but Charlie, are you playing with your corn? I got him this corn toy, by the way. It's meant to be like a dental chewer. And it has a little squeaky toy in there, and he loves that thing. Kind of surprised he's actually playing with it now. But, yeah, by the way, for anyone that did pop into the Nuzlocke and does not understand what the heck is going on, we have a canary fight coming in, and we just lost half of our team. Partially due to bullcrap and partially due to misjudging how hard that battle was gonna be. So, ooh, yeah, you know what? I should probably get over there. Pretty sure that was far enough to do. Yeah, that's far enough to do. So yeah, we lost half our team, and we have to fight Canary, and both of our teammates are weak to electric types. So we're trying to get a few Pokemon that are, let's say, stronger against electric types. Yeah, we don't need any more water types, just saying. So, yeah, that's kind of the kind of the problem we're facing. I'm trying to figure out what is going to be a good way to tell. Would the mouth be a little bit brighter? I want to see if there... Well, I guess it doesn't matter because the lighting is always going to be different, right? The lighting is always going to be different. I'm just trying to figure out what's a good way to tell. And the only way is going to be the body. I thought maybe the mouth would be a little bit easier to see. But, yeah, I'm a little bit off on that one. A little off on that one, Chief. No. Okay. Here, Scarlet of Violet image. I was gonna say, if it was like, if we had access to the DLC, it'd be so much easier to spot going that way, but... Oh, yeah, okay, never mind. The DLC, you can't even do that until you beat the game. I forgot that. Well, crap baskets. If that's not shiny. I can always check that way too, I guess. Because the camera will actually go through that. If we think it's shiny, I think we should just do that. That way we don't have a possible chance for the shiny Alpha Sharpedo. Having a Sharpedo, though, I feel like would be interesting in a Nuzlocke, though. Because, like, you don't see Sharpedos every day. It would be solid. Oh, my goodness. Dude, chat, I do not want to go to work tomorrow. I do not want to go to work tomorrow. Okay. And back we go. Don't go to work, beast. Well, here's the thing, though. Like, I'm complaining about it, but I also volunteered to go in, and I don't want to take any more points. So, how points work for, basically my workplace, come February, depending on how many points you used, is going to determine if they lay you off for a few months or not. So, the more points I use, the more likely I am to get laid off. So, I try not to use my points unless if it's, like, absolutely necessary. Otherwise, like, I could do vacation. But I need to save, I only got 2 days left at the moment, and I need to save those for my wedding. I work at a factory. I'm not going to say what I do because that would kind of dox myself. But I work at a factory, so... Yeah. No, they do seasonal layoffs. So, like, they'll lay you off from February, and it'll be... It could be anywhere from, like, a month. It could be 3 months. Last year, I believe it was, like, 4 or 5? Something around there. Yeah, so I always try to be a little bit careful at how many points I use, because, like... Yeah, like, if I have enough money set aside, it would be fine. But I don't want my fiance to think that she has to try to put in extra hours as well, just to be making it good. For Be Beast, why don't you work for Mr. Beast? I'm gonna say this now. I would not work for that man, even if he offered me $1 million in a Mr. Beast briefcase. I would not work for him. It's one of those things, like, I'm not saying it's because of him himself. Just from the stuff that I've heard, he puts you through the ringer. And I feel like saying that I work for Mr. Beast, like, where I work now, I have a career path. I feel like if I worked for Mr. Beast, it would be way too much up in the air. That's, like, part of the reason, like, for example, if I became a big YouTuber, I wouldn't put all my money just in my YouTube career. I gotta have something else on the side. And if you're working for someone like Mr. Beast, you wouldn't really be able to have something on the side. Sorry, I was lurking. Just witnessed someone get a shiny starter. Anything happen? No. We did kind of get an idea on how we're gonna get the shiny Dratini, though. So, thanks to Jameson TDM for that. We kind of have an idea on how we're gonna go around that. And also, we found a cute little cheat code here. So we could check the Dynamos without going in there by entering our camera mode. Bro, I would sell my soul for Deadlock, but not Mr. Beast, honestly. Yeah, it's one of those things, like, even, like, for example, Markiplier brought me in. I like Markiplier, by the way, chat. So, even if he were to try to bring me in, I don't think I would be able to do it, just for the fact of I do want to work a normal 9 to 5. Like, a normal, stable 9 to 5, right? While being able to, like, for example, like, if I wasn't streaming and I was, like, trying to do someone else's channel, like, that would be a very hard balancing act. At least with me, like, doing my own YouTube channel, if I need to change something, like, I can't stream today, I can't do the editing today, that's fine, you know, right? I would be able to do it a different day or put it off to a different time. Like, I could do that. I just don't like having all my eggs in one basket. It makes me very nervous. That always makes me nervous, because the state of YouTube is always shifting. The state of Twitch is always shifting. And with how things have been going with YouTube, been pushing a lot of AI content, that makes me nervous. Extremely, extremely nervous. Like, YouTube has been pushing a lot of the AI slop lately. Even though they say they aren't, they are. And it's like, I would okay. If you guys would rather... Okay. How do I want to word this? So, you have a choice of watching AI slop or human slop. Would it matter at that point what slop you watch? Would it matter? Like, to be fair, I don't mind watching human slop. I don't mind watching human slop, chat. But when it comes to AI slop, it's gotta be something really creative. Like, ridiculously creative. Or barely any AI involvement. Like, I'm okay for people that use AI for recommendations on, like, thumbnails. Or recommendations on this, or recommendations on that. As long as they're making the work their own and they're genuinely putting in effort. But if you're just going to use AI, copy-paste everything, be like, yep, you know what? I did good. I did a great job. I can't. Like, people letting AI do all the work for them and claiming the work is their own, that is not cool. That is not cool in my opinion. But if you're using AI as something to kind of, you know, give you a pointer in the right direction, or, I don't know, just a hand in some degree, I don't mind. But if you're letting it do all the work for you and you're not putting in any effort, I cannot get behind that. But I will say this, with how they're pushing AI, there's going to be no escape from it. There's going to be no escape from AI. So when it comes to, like, YouTubers and stuff like that, you need to learn AI or you got to get out of the way. It's the sad truth. If you don't know how to use AI, you're not going to be able to grow on YouTube at this point, as bad as that sounds. Ooh. You know what? I'll hit that on the way back. And it's one of those things. I try to use AI as minimally as possible. Like, if I just need, like, a quick... If I'm trying to find something, like, really quick, and I know I'm not going to be able to find it right away, I'll literally look... I'll be like, yeah, can you find this for me? Hey, can you give me the source? Can you give me a link? Okay, well, it gave me an idea. Now let's read it. Read the article or send me the YouTube video and I'll watch it. All that good jazz. I was gonna say, it just kind of, it's sad because I feel like, for example, like, I've been watching, like, a lot of, like, crime videos lately. It's been, like, by a YouTuber named Brew, right? So it's, like, Reddit versus police, right? Who's gonna solve the crime first? And I'm listening to it. It's like, oh, that, you know, it's kind of cool. But at the same time, it's like, okay, well, let's watch this other person. It all sounds so freaking samey. Like, it all starts off the same. The structure is the same, right? It literally feels like someone's copying someone, or it's AI done. And they changed some of the wording around. Like, the AI did the structure. And I find that to be crappy. I'm not saying Brew is using AI or anything. But either someone's copying something or... yeah. These look a little weird. Look at that. None of them are shiny. Yeah, I don't know. It's, like I said, AI is going nowhere. They're pushing so hard for it. It's not even funny. It's gonna be... I feel like the AI bubble is bursting. It's not gonna be, like, as crazy as what it is now. I think it is gonna die down. But I think it's gonna be kind of, like, in the tech industry, it's gonna be similar to how, like, the internet was. Like, the internet, no one thought it was gonna go anywhere. It turns out it got really big, and now the internet's everything. I feel like that's slowly gonna be what happens with AI. Like, it's big now. It's gonna die down, but AI is gonna be, like, literally in everything, and it's just gonna be slowly integrated, and people are gonna be desensitized to it. I think it's what's gonna end up happening. Speaking of what's happening, my doggy is asleep over there in the middle room. With the corn right next to him. No, and like right now, like for AI, it's the Wild West, right? There's no laws in place. We don't have, like... I was gonna say, AI is being trained on a bunch of other people right now. And I hate it. Like, I feel bad for artists and animators. I feel bad for artists and animators because it's literally being trained off all their art. And I think, gotta fix that. Okay, none of those are shiny. So, I think it was Smash Bros. Melee was actually just decompiled and redone as a PC mod. Right? It's a PC game that they decompiled, and it was all done solely with AI. Ooh, shiny Titamo. Yeah, we've had no luck so far. So, we're actually doing a shiny only Nuzlocke right now, and we have to fight Carne. And the only two Pokemon that survived the last massacre are weak to electric. So we figured Titamo would be a good Pokemon to start with for this thing. So far, though, we've had no luck. And we gotta do it this way so we don't get another Pokemon weak to electric-type Pokemon by accident. Yeah, so it's been, I used the bench method for 4 hours, so I got it. Wait, okay, I have a question. Inoki, so you did the bench method. I looked into the bench method. Right? I don't know if you know this, but if I sat on these benches over here, is that gonna spawn... Let's see, is that gonna spawn anything else over there? Oh, no, wait. No. Hold on. Okay, the bench you're talking about's up there. It's actually in the zone itself up there. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I completely forgot about that. You're talking about the bench inside the zone up the stairs. Yeah, because I was going to say, like, I would love to do that. I feel like it would be a lot faster. But at the same time, too, like, if we were to get that shiny Alpha Sharpedo, I would not be so upset. I'm more worried about getting, like, the regular Carvana. Or, I mean, Slowpoke has a Mega 2. Like, yeah, it would be weak to electric, but we would have a Mega Pokemon. Yeah, they re-rolled the whole zone. That's kind of what I'm... You know what? We're going to do one more encounter, chat. Let's do 5 bench resets for kicks and giggles. I know I'm playing with fire here. Well, playing with electricity. But I say screw it. I say screw it. We're doing it. Well, I'm pulling my Talonflame back. Just because Inoki was talking about it, we're gonna do 5 bench resets. Wait. Does the Watchhogs up there change as well? Do the Watchhogs change up there as well? Any chance? I mean, I would assume if it changes the whole area, too. Well, actually, you know what? That is a little bit faster. I could check. I would assume it does, because it's not like a full story up there. Because I think it was tested that you could do a bench reset method as long as it's not above like 1 story. I think it changes. Yeah, I guess if we could always put Sharpedo in the back. As long as we get a ground type, I think we should be okay. Because a lot of card-based Pokemon are weak to... they don't have a lot of moves other than electric type moves. Now, if they had a grass type move, that would be a problem. I know that Stunfisk is going to end up being a problem. That Stunfisk will end up being a problem. Alright, that was 5 resets. I saw that question mark, and I thought that was shiny for a second. Alright, we'll pop up here. We'll take a peek. If there's a shiny Arbok, we can't actually get that thing. No on the Watchhog? Okay, these did not spawn in, obviously. Alright, I don't... Nope, I don't see that Sharpedo either. That's not a shiny either. We did our kicks and giggles. Wait. Wait. Why does that one look different? Oh my god, did the method actually work? Or was that the lighting? It didn't sparkle, but it looked different. Dude, get out of here. That looked so different, chat. I don't know if it was because it was in the water, but I'm looking at the picture right there. I don't think it was shiny. I think it was just the lighting. You gotta be kidding me. It was just the lighting. You know what? We're doing another 5 more since that psyched me out. We're doing another 5 more just because I said so. No, it really did look shiny. Oh, yeah, that was another 2. Dude, that was... No, and that's the thing that I've been saying this whole time. I hate that lighting so much. It is such a troll. The lighting in this game can be so, like, crappy sometimes, I swear. All right, so we're going to go to 62. And then we're going to do the long way. We'll do the long way if we don't get it by 962. Yeah. I was going to say, it just stinks. Like, we have the shiny Dratini available. It's just we can't get it. I didn't move to Shiny Hunt, but I don't know which game I should Shiny Hunt in. Are you in the mood for a fast shiny? Or are you in the mood to go for a longer hunt? That is the question. I would say if you're in the mood for a faster shiny hunt, I would say if you have Legend ZA, do Legend ZA or do some Dynamax Adventures. Those two I would say are pretty solid. If you want something that's going to take a little bit, you could do Fire Red Leaf Green again. For my Livy Dex and ZA. You know what? I would say do ZA with me. I would say do ZA with me. Oh, I need to think about what to do for supper for me. Alright. I'm pretty sure this was more than what we were saying, because I forgot to count. So, we're going to check. And then, if it turns out it's nothing, then we're going to go back to the old way we were doing it. I do want that Titamo. Okay, no Carvana. No Sharpedo. Even though I would have been okay with Sharpedo, but the electric weakness. Let's see. No Watchog. I'm guessing nothing spawns over here. Yep. Okay. What's the team? Our team is kind of pathetic at the moment. Here, let me get out of here. Nope, no shiny. So, our team got wiped by Old Man Grandpa. So, our team is literally Sakura the Vivillon and Talonflame the Talonflame. We need to give it a name. So, we gotta fight Carne yet. And we lost a lot of our good Pokemon. We lost Salad due to bull crap. Noodle was literally our last chance at being able to beat the Excadrill. I was mashing right on the D-pad, but for some reason it kept thinking it was up. Gardevoir got one shot. And Sashimi was a mix of, I miscalculated. And I was trying to hit the right button again to switch Pokemon, but it kept registering as up. Talonflame is immune to ground. It cannot get hit by ground-type Pokemon. But Grandpa had Rock Slide, Swords Dance, Excadrill. So that was a problem. So basically, our plan of attack right now, we are trying to get Titamo because it should be not very effective when it comes to electric-type attacks. We got Wild Zone 7. We got Roselia available. We also have Hippopotas. And then Wild Zone 8. We have 3 good choices. I would like to either get the Gibble or I would like to get... Numel is a solid option for the Camerupt. It is bulkier. Even though it has a bad typing, it does have a Mega. Actually, Drillbur is also a good option there as well. Sandile Trust. You see, like, any Pokemon in Area 8, I feel like is pretty good. I just want to try to at least get one other Pokemon that I know is going to be good, because Canary happens to have 4 Pokemon. And we can't get any higher level than 39. So The rules for the Nuzlocke I have is I cannot heal in battle. And I cannot get, I cannot over level to their highest level Pokemon. So I wanted to make this as hard as I could. And to be fair, I'm going to say this now. Half of what happened with the grandpa was my fault. I should have been playing a little bit better than what I did. I just got a little bit overconfident. Okay, just booted the game. Gonna hunt Wild Zone 10 with you. Do it! Do it! I was gonna say, hopefully you get a little bit more luck than I do. The other thing we have is once we defeat Carne, we do have a shiny Dratini available. We shiny hunted, so we did something interesting with our map. There we go. We did something interesting with our map. We only allowed 4, just random city Pokemon. And we used the line going straight up and down this road and this main waterway. And we used those to pretty much section off 4 different Pokemon we can get. And we have a Dratini right where this pin is. But we cannot get to it until we get the Rotom Glide. No, we have to name every Mon. It's, the Talonflame we haven't named yet. Actually, does anyone have a good food name for Talonflame? Because, Sakura, that's more of a flavor. It's not a food. But I let that slide. If anyone's got a good food or flavor name. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I actually like teriyaki. That or we could name it Wings. You know what? We could actually, we can name it Wangs. Like W-A-N-Z. Pot sticker. Wait, hold on. I've heard of pot sticker before, but I don't know what it is. Hold on, chat. What is a pot sticker? If it's ginger and garlic. I mean, it has pork. I think teriyaki would be solid. We're gonna do this now, chat. Before we forget, we need to give him a name. We're gonna check the summary and change the nickname. We're gonna go with teriyaki for this one, I think. No, I actually wanna. There we go. There we go. I do like pot sticker, though. I think, you know what? If we get a Camerupt, if we end up getting a Camerupt, I think we will name that pot sticker. Even in that lighting, the shiny time was pretty noticeable. Yeah, I don't know. When it comes to, like, shiny hunting in games like this, I tend to be a little, like, over cautious and zealous. Because it's like, oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to see that Mon. And I'm always, like, really weird with that. Bet. Yeah, because like I said, in Area Zone 8, I would really like to either get the Gibble or the Numel. And I say Numel just for the fact of I'm a Gen 3 person. I love Gen 3 with a burning passion. And it's a Pokemon I don't get to use all that often. I'm hoping for Camerupt. Yeah, and I was going to say, if we do get the shiny Gibble, it's probably going to be a Mega Garchomp, so I'd say we name it... Well, I guess it depends if it's male or female. I don't know. Is there any meal that's done with shark? Or with shark? Because I always thought shark was pretty disgusting, so I don't think there was really food for sharks. Charlie, you're okay. Oh, okay. I got a really weird question. For anyone that knows Gen 10 so far, or has been keeping up with that, what's your starter of choice? I really should do a poll for that. The fact that I haven't done a poll. If you're on Switch 2, the D-pad sometimes registers the wrong direction because... Is that... controller. How did you know? You know what? Wait, is the regular Switch 1 Pro controller similar? Gekwa, probably. I'm going for Pombon. I'm gonna say this now. It's not just because it's cute. Growing up, my childhood dog was a toy Pomeranian. And I have a huge soft spot for Pomeranians. That's a big reason why Alolan Vulpix is our mascot. Well, the channel mascot. So, I gotta go with Pombon. I'm gonna be playing through with all the starters. But Pombon, I think, is gonna be our main starter Pokemon. Dude, you know what's really funny? So, me and my fiance, we were talking, like, yeah, you know, the two most popular Pokemon are definitely going to be Pombon and Brout. But a lot of people have been doing polls. And the amount of people that I see choosing Gekwa, I think that's going to be the most popular starter is Gekwa. I think that's going to be the most popular starter. Now, mind you, I'm going Pombon. She wants to use Brout. I would really just like to see what the types are going to be. I have a weird feeling Pombon is going to be like a Fire Fairy type. I have a very weird feeling with that. Hey, Charlie. You want to come here, buddy? She's our little diva. I'm not going to lie. I haven't felt this way with starters since Gen 4. Like, the past 2 games, like Sword and Shield, I only liked one of the starters. Scarlet and Violet, I wasn't a big fan of any of them, but if I had to pick, Meowscarada's pre-evolution was probably my favorite. But I have not liked every single starter since Generation 3. Yeah, a lot of people want Pombon to be Fire Fairy. I want to see Fire Fairies because I don't think that typing has been done before. And if it's Fairy type, it's likely to stay on all 4 feet. Please. Like, this is the fair... Like, don't screw up my boy, please. I'm okay with Pokemon getting on 2 feet. But let this dog be a dog. Like, full-on bork, please. Speaking of dog, Charlie. What? Wanna come up, please? He just wants to be in the bedroom. But he got locked out. Charlie! We'll see if this works. Touch. Come here. I knew T-word would work. Charlie, come here. Do I need to bribe you? Hold on, chat. I'm gonna bribe him. Watch it go on 2 legs and be firefighting. Please, no. On Pokemon Go, I got a shiny Event Florgato, but I can't evolve, which sucks. Yeah, I was gonna say at that point, especially like if you can't transfer it, like, would you really like it even if you can't transfer it? Charlie? Hi, everyone, buddy. Oh. Okay, you got your treat. Well, that was a little cameo. No, he's dead set on trying to get into the bedroom. My fiance is in there relaxing and playing some Tomodachi Life right now, trying to make realistic cigarettes. Oh, she's talking on the phone with someone actually now. So, now take over the... See, I would be okay if he took over the channel. Like, he is my baby boy. Charlie Revolution is imminent. No, he's a good boy. It's just, he's a really big attention seeker. So, like, if there's, like... If it's just me here alone, and he's not getting attention, he flips out. The only reason why he's been so quiet as it is because he's been sleepy. Hey, Charlie. He sees Kitty. Buddy. Gotta chill. No, I would like to, like, try posting some Charlie shorts from time to time. I just know, the YouTube algorithm is very, very weird. Like, if you post one thing that doesn't do very well, it'll tank, like, everything. I don't know. I wouldn't mind trying to get, like, an Instagram or maybe, like, a Twitter X account or whatever and try posting some stuff up with Charlie there. But I really don't know many people that use, like, X or Instagram or any of that anymore. To be fair, I'm really bad at actually keeping up with social medias. Let's be real. But no, I would like to shiny hunt Yamper at one point. I would like to try to shiny hunt Yamper and name it Charlie. That's really why I'm hoping. We haven't. What's wrong? Were you on the phone? Oh, is she doing all right? Kind of weird for her to call. Well, normally she calls if there's a reason why, like if she needs help. So what did you tell him? But isn't it bath time now? Oh, that's right, it's Friday. Oh. She doesn't want you to pick out your dress alone, huh? Honestly, I don't have patience for Gen 8 or pre-Gen 8 shiny hunting because I can't see it in world. Well, the thing with that though is, at least you'd be able to trade it upwards. What time zone are you in? Well, I'll tell you this. It is 7:22 p.m. for me right now. No, and I keep forgetting it's Friday because I have to go to work tomorrow still. So I keep forgetting it's Saturday. Or it's, Friday. Yo, Athena, by the way, welcome on in.
Hello there.
But, yeah, no, it's one of those things, like, I could shiny hunt literally in any game. Like, I got some pretty high patience. Like, our shiny Jirachi took us, like, 2.5 years to pretty much get. And we're still working on Manaphy. We just took a really long break. So that's why it's Saturday. Dude, I really wish it was just Saturday. I can get, like, my last 10-hour shift of work done, and I could be like, I'm golden. I could just relax. To be fair, it could have been 12 hours, but no one needed my help on third shift, so... yeah. By the way, chat, Charlie is going to go a little bit crazy. Emily does need to leave the house to go see one of the nephews. Now get this. The nephew wants to play Mario Kart, right? The nephew wants to play Mario Kart, and he wanted to play online. But Emily didn't want to lose her progress at Tomodachi Life since she's working on an art piece right now. and she can't stop it, otherwise she loses progress. So she's just gonna go over there to play Mario Kart with him. I'm just happy it's a game that you actually, like, you actually really started liking. I don't think so. You've been waiting for a game like this. I feel like ever since Scarlet and Violet happened to you, you haven't enjoyed gaming. Scarlet and Violet kind of screwed you over. Yeah, no, she despised Scarlet and Violet. Personally, for me, like, I enjoyed the shiny hunting, but playing through the game, I don't think I can. It's just like, Legend ZA. Like, if it wasn't for, like, a challenge or something different, I wouldn't be able just to do a regular playthrough again. The amount of strategy meetings in this game was ridiculous. I wouldn't want to lose my progress either. No, and I was gonna say, I'm just... Maybe it's because they didn't expect people to spend multiple days on it? To be fair, that might be an update somewhere down the line. Yeah, we need to get you a stylus for your Switch. That almost looked different for a moment. My favorite thing in Violet is probably character customization and teams. Like the graphics. No, like, I've been doing, like, a lot of shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet. And I feel like the performance has just gotten worse on the base Switch. Here, be real quick. Hey, that's fair. It's horrible, though. Yeah, it's not a fun time. Alright, chat. We're gonna take a quick 2 to 3 minute break. Charlie's just gonna go crazy since she's leaving. So, just a heads up, about 2 or 3 minute break. We're gonna try to calm him down as she leaves. Nice sunglasses. Alright, hold on a sec, chat. I'm also gonna mute so you guys don't hear all the barking. Alright, we're back. And we got the designated streaming blankie. Baby. He's trying to find any way he can to... Did it switch to nighttime on me? I don't think so. Any shinies we find, that are extras or any Pokemon that faint, we're gonna trade them over to my main profile. Shining Blues page. Holy. The separation is real with you, buddy. But we're gonna trade them over to the main page, and we're gonna give them away to viewers of the stream. I was participating in right on Twitch. Hey, you're okay. I thought I had him decently calmed down. Charlie, come here, buddy. Come here, sweetheart. And this is, he's like partially calmed down right now. Andrew, welcome on back. We do have a crazy dog on our hands wanting, my fiance to come back. Dawn is approaching. But, yeah, so any shinies, any extra shinies we get, or any shinies that fainted, we are going to give them away once, the Nuzlocke ends. So the only Pokemon that we'll be keeping are the Pokemon that ended up staying alive. No, he's upset too. The only way he could actually look out is our bedroom, and I closed the bedroom door. Because he keeps hurting himself. Yeah. He's adorable, he's cute, but he's vocal, chat. He is vocal. Let me tell you that much. Charlie, you're okay. She's coming back. Oh my goodness, chat. You know what's weird to think about? He is 3 years old. We've had this little guy for 3 years. But you know what? I need to give you a pet. Hey. Would you want to come back up with me? Did that calm you down? Here, we're gonna do 2 counts. Sorry, I had to leave for a sec. Did you respond to my thing? Nope, okay. I did respond. So basically, any extra shinies we get, I'm gonna catch them, and we're gonna give them away to viewers. But it's not gonna be till after the Nuzlocke is over, because the profile I'm playing on does not have online. Also, any Pokemon that faint, we will be giving away to people that are here as well. So, any Pokemon that stayed alive, or we didn't use as well. Well, any Pokemon that stayed alive on our team, I'm keeping. And any Pokemon that lived but stayed in the box, we'll give those away too. So, I basically want to keep the Pokemon that ended up staying alive that actually was in our party. Any other shinies that died or whatever, they're fair game. We're giving those out. Ooh, dry throat. So, yeah, I do want to try to do something a little bit extra too. I'm thinking I want to go through the Pokemon Home too, and any extra shinies we got, I want to give away to viewers as well. So I would like to do like one big, like humongous shiny giveaway before the next generation comes out. I think Charlie wants some more water. Let's see. Let me go get him some water for a sec, chat. Let me get him some water. Water bowl. Water bowl. Finally, excuse to use Gallade. No, what I like to do when it comes to new Pokemon games, I'll use, like, Pokemon that I normally wouldn't use. Yeah, we'll check you quick. Not a shiny. So, like, for example, Scarlet and Violet, I ended up going with, Deerling. I ended up going with Pawmi because I ended up getting a shiny Pawmi. I used Swablu because I found a shiny Swablu as well. I'm trying to remember, what else did I use? I can't exactly remember. That BDSP, I ended up having a Girafarig on my team. I like to use, like, weird Pokemon that I don't use before, mixed with, like, one or two that I really like. Ooh, excuse me. One or two that I really like. Oh, I had Flamigo on my team as well. I had Flamigo because, it is just an adorable flamingo, and I love it. So I like to try to mix it up. Since this time I actually have internet, I was gonna say, I think we've did it for every single game besides for Legend ZA. We're gonna do a big live stream until we beat the game. Normally it would be until I get the shiny charm, but I don't think we'll go that hard this time. When I replayed Violet, I don't think I reused any Pokemon, but I want to try using niche mods. I used to just, like... Why don't you make it a challenge run? Just use a bunch of niche Pokemon. See, Lucario is a pretty good Pokemon. I don't know. I have a lot of weird Pokemon I like. Like, I like the Ho and Zigzagoon. I like Deerling. I like, Altaria and Flygon. I like Pawmi and Flamigo. I love Vivillon. That's my favorite bug type. I like Aurorus. Did you know that Flamingo is the second most searched Pokemon? Because people keep misspelling Flamingo. No, it's funny because I just say Flamingo as well. Like that, if I'm searching it up, I'll literally search up Flamingo. I believe that was actually the nickname I gave my shiny Flamigo. My Flamigo was Flamingo. The one Pokemon that I will never understand is Squawkabilly. Like, who used a Squawkabilly? Harley, calm down, baby. Okay, I know what that bark is. My favorite Pokemon would be Alolan Vulpix or Jirachi. He sees the cat outside, chat. We have this special outside cat. And we've given her a home. And pretty much we made a front porch a home for her, right? So now anytime Charlie sees this cat, he goes nuts because he wants to play with Kitty. But he can't have contact with the kitty because we haven't taken this cat to the vet yet. So, yeah, I was going to say, we don't know when we're going to make this appointment yet, but we're just trying to make sure because, mind you, she's been an outside cat. And it seems like she's been out there for a while, so probably has some fleas and stuff. We don't want them to have contact. So, we ended up, we got these frosted tinted window things for the front glass door and the window. But whenever the cat jumps up on the window sill, it's pushed up against the glass so you can see a black figure. So whenever Charlie sees that, he goes nuts. So, yeah, I think Squawkabilly had competitive use or something. I think it was for, like, a niche team, but I don't think it lasted very long. If that's the one that shoots the food out at you. No, that's Cramoran, I believe. Oh, I've got to go for now, but I'll come back later if you're still hunted. Bye. Inoki, thank you so much for popping on in and hanging out.
Thank you!
Hopefully you have yourself a good rest of the day if we don't see you. And, we try to stream Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Just so that way I do have enough time to spend some time with Charlie and my fiance, so I do gotta try to give them some love as well. So, if you ever think about coming back, those are always some good times. I bet nobody did. Yeah, nobody used, really, I'm sorry. Like, that's like one Pokemon I don't think I would ever use, is Squawkabilly. I would never use a Squawkabilly. Like, even if it was a Nuzlocke and it was my only hope, I think I would rather just quit the Nuzlocke than use a Squawkabilly. There's just something about that Pokemon just makes me so irritated. Something about that Pokemon just makes me so irritated. Or use it as fodder. I mean, fair, but then it would have to join my team. And you know the sad part is, I gotta shiny hunt each one of those colors yet for the shiny living decks. We gotta shiny hunt one of each color. Yeah, because for the shiny living decks we're doing, we gotta do each form. Like, we already did Vivillon. Vivillon's already done. We did that with Scarlet and Violet. We got Deerling done. We got the Flabebe line we need to do yet. Or the Floette line too. Minior. We gotta do Minior yet. That one's gonna be a pain in the butt. I'm telling you this now, chat. That one's gonna be a pain in the butt to do. Because, like, in the overworld, you can't see if it's shiny. So, like, you need to, like, to try to knock out each one separately. Dude, you are one vocal buddy. Alright, chat. I think what we're gonna do 50 more encounters. And then I think we're gonna call it a day. I do have work tomorrow morning, so I want to make sure I get a decent amount of sleep. Especially since, yeah, I woke up a little bit late this morning and literally had to, like, rush just to get out. Like, that was bad. Yeah, that way we'll be at 1,100. I feel like that's solid. We started at 620 today. So what? That was about 480 encounters? Which I think that's pretty solid. Yeah, I was gonna say, after this area, the rest is gonna be, like, super easy. The rest is gonna be super easy with this chat. So, this is gonna be, like, the longer one. Unless we do the fossil lab. Because area 7, we got the bench. Area 9, we got another bench. Area 8, we have the fly method. We got the fly method, so that we have a lot of fast methods to do. So this is the longest one. To be fair, I'm kind of happy we started off with this one. We're ripping the band-aid off quick. You're fine, buddy. Good boy. Yeah, so like I said, though, we definitely will be able to beat Carne. As long as we get one ground type, I think we should be fine. Now, I was going to say, we're just going to have to be very careful with Teriyaki and all of them. And we're going to get everyone up to the max level that we can officially get them at is 39. I am not running the risk. And on top of that, too, we got the Mega Evolution of Electros to deal with. Hardly. Good boy. What a turd, right, chat? Oh yeah, definitely do that. Yeah, I don't know how much candy I've gotten. But we'll probably... actually, we could do a little bit of a money grind. We could put Teriyaki... We could put Teriyaki away. And we can put Vivillon away. I don't know on that, actually. I don't know how I feel about going into Wild Zones with Pokemon that are very underleveled. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And I don't think he stopped barking. You're not gonna come up. You wanna come up? He's being a goof. Yeah, no, pretty much he's just barking at this point because, I think he's throwing a tantrum. If I had to take a guess, he's probably just pulling a tantrum right now. How many shards do we have? You know what? Maybe what we'll do, too? I'll probably do this off camera, but I think I'll still record it. I think we should probably go for the next blue canary plush. I think it's going to be solid. Silly, goofy goober doggy. I know. You're okay. What are you doing? Yeah, I think we'll go for that next blue canary plush because it makes it easier for us to catch Pokemon. That will help with the Dratini. That'll help with Dratini. So maybe I'll do that off camera. I'll try to grab the last little bit of, because I think I need 8. We need 8. We got a lot of Mega Crystals. Yeah, I need 5 more screws. We need 5 more screws. Charlie. Calm down. Charlie. He's being a turd. Being a big turd. Well, kicks and giggles. We already did our 2 boops, by the way, chat. You are fine, Charlize. Nope. Alright, back and forth we go again, chat. But, yeah, like I said, we definitely got some options here. We do need that blue card A plush. So that's something we need to keep in mind. God, that coloring throws me for such a big loop. Put it over there. If I pray to Vivillon, it'll show. Okay, so what? Like, what do I pray to Vivillon? Hold on. I gotta crouch. Almighty Vivillon. All-powerful Vivillon. Please let me get the shiny. Now you need to put your hands together. You gotta bow. All right, we gotta do an encounter. We gotta do an encounter now. Andrew said it would work. Andrew said it would work. I trusted him. Oh my god, guys! It's a regular dynamo. I need to spin in a circle 3 times? I gotta spin in a circle 3 times while praying to Vivillon? Alright, hold on. I'll spin in a circle. Charlie! Hi! Buddy? Are you gonna come up? Oh, okay. Wanna come up? Oh, you got me excited for a second. Alright, so now if we just leave, gotta go back. Dog will help. Charlie, are you gonna give me some shiny luck? What? Gotta say hi to everyone though, buddy. Gotta say hi. I don't see anything there yet. Here, I should probably do my count. Here we go. You are okay. Good work. Okay, Charlie heard a truck. Yo, no way! It's not a shiny. I'm so happy I got the shiny sound on my soundboard. Here. Oh, that took out all of them. Okay. Blue! It's the trick's fault. Stop, I'm hunting too. Never. Charlie. Dude, he is throwing such a tantrum because she's gone. Charlie. Calm down. Getting yourself worked up, sweet pea. Do that one more time, I swear. Should I just do it like right as I'm ending? Right as I'm ending, chat? I think I should. I think I might have to. You know what, silly Billy? If you pray to Vivillon, then maybe I won't have to do it again. If you pray to Vivillon. Where'd you go? Then maybe I won't have to. Dude, Vivillon, what? There you are. Pray. I want to get closer to it. There we go. There we go. Oh, I got too close. It faded out of existence. Oh my god. Yeah, I was gonna say, I was thinking about maybe I should get. What? So he will stop making shiny sounds. Gilbert the Trubbish? I think you mean Danny the Trubbish. No one's better than the trash man. He just throws garbage all over the ring. And then he just randomly starts eating garbage. God, I doubt anyone gets that reference. I doubt anyone gets that reference, but I love Danny DeVito. If he's not gonna play Wario in the Mario movie, I will be sad. You know what? I just realized Hell's Kitchen is playing back there. I probably should try to block that so YouTube doesn't do YouTube things to me. There we go. Yeah, Emily didn't turn the TV off. I did not realize that until now. That is a big oopsies. No free Hell's Kitchen for you. Or is that Kitchen Nightmares? Yeah, that's Kitchen Nightmares. Early Daybreak. No, I'm happy to be fair, I'm low-key happy that we ended up getting this Talonflame instead of the Dratini at first. Like, I can tell this thing's gonna be useful. It's just a bad time for us to have two Pokemon weak to electric types. Especially when we gotta deal with Carne. You know what, chat? For kicks and giggles, we're gonna do 5 sleeps. 5 bench sleeps. And then, depending on what happens, I think we'll end stream for the day. I do want to try to get to bed a little bit earlier. I do have another 12-hour shift coming up tomorrow. No, we watched like every... Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Just doing all my counts now because I'm going to forget. So, we watched... I think it was up to season 3 of Hell's Kitchen. And then Kitchen Nightmares we watched a lot. Move out of the way. I want to watch the episode. No! I'm going to get in trouble with the YouTubes. They're going to copy strike me. Just like they tried to copy strike PewDiePie. Ain't happening. There's 3. I don't care. Risk TOS. No. Aha! That's all you get to see. Wait, you get 5 seconds. That's it. I was gonna say, you get 5-second intervals, and then you have to listen to my reaction. Otherwise, TOS will hunt me down and take me out. I fought a shiny Slowpoke by accident. Wait, it's ZA? Okay, none of those are shiny. That's good. Shiny should appear now. To be fair, I would even be fine with a watch hog at this point. Yep, I was gonna say, the slowpoke doesn't change down here either, I don't believe. Dynamo. Bruh. Watch party stream? You know what? Screw it, we're gonna do one more. We're doing one more encounter. I just want to take these 6 out first. I got the crystals. Yeah, I was gonna say, we should have enough to get the rest of the mega stones now, too. The truck was a bad omen. I knew it. I knew it was the truck's fault. Yeah, we're not having good luck with Dynamo, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, the Dynamo should be a lot more noticeable. Yeah. Alright, chat. Like I said, we do those 5 encounters, then we would end. I might do Wild Zone 7. Actually, you know what? We'll do Wild Zone. I want to do one Wild Zone off stream, just so we can kind of speed this up a little bit, chat. I want to leave, since 7 and 8 are going to be the really big ones. Like, these are going to, like, determine, like, how well we're actually going to do against Canary. I think we should leave those for stream. 9, I think we could do off stream. I think that would be fine. I'm still going to record myself. It'll still go in the video. So, we'll see how I feel. We'll see what we all got going on this weekend. But I'm happy everyone was able to pop in and hang out. We will be live again on Monday. So I was going to say, you guys got no worries about that. But anyways, without further ado, I am going to take Charlie out to go poop and pee. I am going to get myself some food. And then I'm going to get some sleep because your boy needs to be up and... Hold on. Let's turn on one of my alarms and we'll figure out what time I gotta wake up by. I need to wake up in 6 hours. Fun. Anyways, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed. I'll see you later. Bye! Enjoy my starting soon screen because I don't have an ending screen yet. For some odd reason.